I usually always have a projector in my room, but since the year started, I haven't really watched any TV shows or movies, but since recently, I've been finding myself getting back into the movie scene, watching shows on Netflix, all that stuff, so I decided I need to bring the projector setup back into the room. So choosing the right projector isn't as simple as you guys think, but these days I have to just make sure the quality is good, it has decent brightness, built-in speakers, good software, and another thing I like to look out for is the noise level of the fans, but then again, you can't really tell unless you try it. I just hate projectors that has a lot of loud fan noise. The one I stumbled upon is this artsy 5G Wi-Fi projector, and I got this one because it has the Wi-Fi thing, so I thought it was pretty cool. It's currently going for $229 US, but if you use the coupon code on Amazon, you could get it for just under $200, so that's a steal. It has 8,500 lumens, which is bright enough for my use case, and also it has 8,000:1 contrast ratio, so the image clarity and color accuracy of this thing shouldn't be a problem. Now inside the box we got the artsy W25 projector itself, the remote without batteries, a lens cover, the video and audio breakout cable, a power cord, a HDMI cable, and also adjustable thumb screw and a user manual that I'll never use. Now, the overall projector isn't too big and isn't too small. It's the perfect size to fit in between this little nook I have here on my shelf, but I ran into some issues with the cables. Since all the ports was on the side, I couldn't get to fit the projector with the cables into the little spot, so it's kind of sad because this would have been like the perfect place for the projector. So instead, I moved the projector a little bit down to the second shelf, threaded the cables throughout the back, just to clean things up a bit, and it's not the best looking setup, but it gets the job done. Now, turning on the artsy projector, the setup was really fast. I followed the screen, so basically just told me to choose my preferred source of video inputs. At the side of the projector, there's a HDMI port for connecting things like the Google Chromecast if you have one, Amazon Fire Stick, or even an Apple TV. Basically, any of those streaming sticks that has the HDMI thing on it, you could use it, or even a USB drive if you want to view media on it as well, like when you go out for camping. We also have an old school VGA port if that's how you like to get down. In terms of audio, you could use the built-in speaker, which is surprisingly good, and you could also connect your own external speakers with audio ports, but you can't really connect a Bluetooth speaker if you're wondering. Now, in terms of my situation, I was lucky enough to have a blank white wall in my room, and if I was serious, I could have use a projector screen, but I'm not that deep into the projector game as yet. As you can see, I didn't even do any fancy projector mount setup. It's just literally chilling on my shoe shelf at the back of my room, and since this projector doesn't have horizontal keystone correction, I use some small foam material to level out the screen, so yeah, just keep that in mind. Now, for my media source, I'm using the Google Chromecast TV. Since the built-in software lacks any streaming services like Netflix and YouTube, the projector sits just about 10 feet away from my wall, and I get up to 101 inch of screen real estate, and it could have been even more, but I resized it to fit in my space, so you could actually get up to 300 inches of screen real estate, but I would have to put the projector back more than just 10 feet from the wall. Now let's talk about the most important thing when you're speaking about projectors. How is the image quality? I think out of the box the colors were a bit too cool for my taste, so I went into the settings and tweaked the picture mode. I also changed the color temperature to medium, and now it looks more natural. Aside from that, for just $200, this doesn't look too bad at all. It's definitely not the best projector I've seen, but just for watching movies and just to entertain friends, I think it's more than fine. The image looks sharp, and if you ever feel things look blurry, you could easily use the focus ring on the projector to sharpen things out a bit. Honestly guys, overall I would give the image quality a 8 out of 10. If I'm watching stuff on here, I have no issues with watching it, especially if this is your first time using a projector. You wouldn't even know that, hey, you could see better quality. But yeah, I just think it's lacking some colors. If you're tech savvy like me, just go into the settings, man, tweak the color corrections and all of that, the different hues, the contrast, and you will get it to look something almost as like your TV, just to try to make it look as best as possible. But in bright lights, it's another story. I'm not sure who uses a projector in broad daylight with 10 Philips Hue lights on, beaming at 56,000 Kelvin. But if you do this, yeah, you're not gonna see anything, buddy. I mean, you could, but at this point, you're just straining your eyes. Alright guys, so now I'm just gonna show you the different lighting scenarios that you might see. So right now, all the lights are off in my room. The ceiling lights are off. You know, the blinds are closed. It's daytime right now. And if I'm in my bed, this is the look I would get. So you have this really big screen. And also I have this door open just to let some light in so you guys can see what's going on. But if we're supposed to turn on like a couple lights in here, let's turn them on. Boom. We could still see what's going on actually. Like we could actually see what's going on. And if we open up the blinds, that's all you can see. And if it's too bright in the room, you could obviously turn down the brightness of the screen. It's not really ideal for me to have these lights on at the side. So these wall lights, could turn that off. Okay, Google, turn off the wall lights. Boom. So yeah, it's still kind of visible, right? It's not bad, honestly. All the lights on. But the ideal situation, the ideal scenario when you're using projectors is to turn off the lights and also make sure your blinds are down, and boom, you get this really nice image. Now the Wi-Fi and wireless mode work perfectly fine as well. I easily connected my iPhone to the projector by following the steps on the screen. In the screen mirroring menu, it took some time since I had to enter my Wi-Fi password with this little ass remote. But yeah, the screen mirroring works perfectly fine. It's as smooth and responsive. If you're watching Netflix, YouTube on your phone and you rotate your phone, it will go into the landscape view. So I thought it was really cool as well. Okay, so now we're talking about the audio, the sound quality. For a projector with built-in speakers, I normally skip over this and connect an external speaker, but honestly, this built-in speaker is solid. It's not going to tear the roof down. You can't really host parties with this thing, but you will definitely hear what's going on in whatever you're watching. So if you don't have external speakers, you don't have to worry here, because these speakers gets the job done. They deliver. So stepping into my room, this is what it sounds like, right? The PC's on, but you can't really hear it. Everything's off. Boom. We have the projector, and it's off, so it's really quiet. To me, it's a tad bit louder than I would like it to be. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Can you guys hear that? It's kind of loud. I'm not gonna lie. But the good thing is, I feel like whenever you start like watching movies or anything, you start just consuming media with the built-in speakers. The speakers off the projector kind of drowns out the fan noise. So I guess it's a win-win. But if you're just having the projector just chill there without anything playing, it's really loud and it's kind of annoying. So as you can see, this is the fan noise on. We're gonna play some Ali Abdal. Let's see if it drowns it out a little bit. That's what the built-in speakers sound like.
For 8 hours, where any predator
so I'm at 50% volume right now.
God/evolution has decided that these risks are totally worth it, and that the benefits of sleep far outweigh being blind and defenseless for a third of our lives. So clearly sleep is important, but I'd never really given much thought about how till the end of the video you will hear the 12.
Yeah, so as you guys can see, whenever you're listening to audio from the built-in speakers, it kind of drowns out the annoying fan noise, but just being idle like this, it's definitely annoying. But yeah, that's it. Overall, I'm really impressed with the projector. The startup speed is quick, the brightness of the image, the build quality is valid, and now I have a nice big screen projector in my room to put me to bed at night. Imagine spending thousands of dollars on a TV to get 100 inches. Couldn't be me. If you guys would like to check it out, I'll leave all the links down below in the description. As always guys, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, drop a like on the video if you made it this far, hashtag green beans down below in the comments. As always, love, peace, and tweaks. Signing out.